viewers, welcome to another game as the Casual Pro Gamer, or rather another video of the Casual Pro Gamer. This is episode 3 of the Noob Guide for Noobs, and I am still pretty much a noob at this. So I did find out some other controls on the replay system. Anyway, we're not going to do a replay, we are going to do the shop today. So the shop is located over here in your main base. And if you either click that, you click this, or you hit the P button, you get the shop. The shop is divided, as you can see, in 4 basics and then 6 upgrades. All of the items that I discussed yesterday are in the shop. The problem is, they're not all located just here. Because in this shop you can buy most of your items. Tomorrow we will do the map setup, so I will tell you a little bit more about everything. But for now, it is sufficient to know that over here on the left side on your minimap, there is a shop as well. So it is here in this little, I don't know what it's called. In this little thingy here, in the middle of the jungle, there is a little shop, or that's not the middle of the jungle. These are called the side shops. There's one on the bottom right side as well, and it is over here. So this is exactly where the minions meet. Well, the minions meet like between here and here normally. So if you want to shop here, you have to be careful because your enemies are not going to be very far behind. And of course, yeah, because the minions kind of, well, gather over here, this is longer than, well, this, well, no, it's not actually longer, it's just harder to defend yourself. And we will discuss that tomorrow. Anyhow, these are called the side shops. And then we have 2 shops over here. Oh, let me close the shop. We have one over here. So we're in the middle of the jungle there, and we have one over here, also in the middle of the jungle. These are called the secret shops. It says so, secret shop, if you click it. Now, well, I'll discuss this from the secret shop and get back to the main shop. The secret shop contains the secret items that you saw yesterday on the very right side of the diagram there. As you can see, there are limited items here. These are all the items that are available over here. That's all. But they are very powerful items. They give you very powerful, well, they make you able to get very powerful recipes. These are the strongest items in the game. But because you're in the middle of the jungle, it is kind of risky to get them. You can of course send your courier over to the secret shop. And if you send it here, for example, it can shop at this shop and bring you back everything that you need without you actually risking to walk there. Then we have the side shops. The side shops have a little bit more than the secret shop, but they don't have all the items from the secret shop. So this would be an item from the secret shop, this, and that's it. So we have 3 items from the secret shop that are available in the side shops on both sides, obviously. So 3 items. The energy booster, ring of health, and orb of venom. And you can buy them here. The most important things you're going to buy from the side shop, by the way, are boots of speed and town portal scrolls. As I said, you always should carry town portal scrolls. If you don't have one and you're in either this lane or this lane, then you should get one from the side shop and use it as you please. But you should have one, normally. Preferably 2. Then, yeah, the energy booster is here, so it allows you to make recipes with the energy booster. For example, boots of speed plus energy booster becomes arcane boots. So I will discuss this system in a moment. First we're going to the main shop, which is located over here, which, as you can see, has a lot more items. This one has all the items except for the secret shop items. There are no secret shop items in the main shop, but you do have recipes here that require those secret shop items. For example, this recipe is in here as well, because if you have boots of speed, you get the recipe for arcane boots. You just can't buy them here. If you're over here and you click the arcane boots and you want to buy them, then it will say to you either you don't have enough gold, like it will say now if you if I were to click them, but if you do have enough gold, so you do have the 1450, then it will say requires secret shop, and it will ping both of the secret shops on the map, and you should either send your courier there or walk there yourself to get them. Anyway, that's about the shop. As I said yesterday in the items, you should really try to learn as many of the items as you feel is necessary. I personally, I like these a whole lot. I know all of these, what they do, when to buy them, yeah, those kind of things. So these are not so important to learn except for the iron branches, and yeah, that's it, I guess. The iron branches are a starter item, so you can use them at level 1 to just get a little bit more damage, sustain, mana regen, health regen, everything. So it's a little bit more of everything. Then you also have the +3 to strength, +3 to agility, +3 to intelligence, which you can use to last hit. So if you're in mid lane, for example, you're an intelligence hero, you might want to pick up a mantle of intelligence just to give you 3 extra attack damage. So the 3 extra attack damage can actually make that your never mind. Can actually make that your last hitting becomes better. Of course, you can also buy in the side shop the Quelling Blade, which is also available here. But yeah, the Quelling Blade gives you, as it says, a bonus to gives bonus attack damage against non-hero units. So it gives you a large bonus to minions. So it allows you to last hit better as well. And those are good for like the side lanes if you're having trouble last hitting. So basically just read up on the items, make sure that you buy boots early on, make sure that you have that someone buys the courier, make sure that you have town portal scrolls on you, except for the first time you walk out of the shop. You normally, in mid lane, you buy the bottle first, and then after that you go for either a town portal scroll or into boots, or boots into town portal scroll, depending on how you're doing and how the game is progressing. But the town portal scroll allows you to teleport to any friendly building, as it says, and you can target it on the minimap, so you don't have to do anything. You can just teleport there, help out the lane, and although the mid laner is most of the time just ganking, so just walking over here because it's not that far, and then going into the lane to gank, you can actually just use the town portal scroll to teleport here and then help out immediately, or teleport to the next tower, which is quite far away. But if you teleport here and then you walk back, the enemy won't have seen you, and that might be an advantage. Obviously, if you do that from mid lane, might as well just walk. You're not going to spend 135 gold on that, on just the teleport, because yeah, it's an equal walk. Then Dust of Appearance, very useful against stealth heroes. So are the sentry wards. Observer wards should be placed on the high ground, as I said yesterday. So here, for example, would be a good spot. It gets to see a whole lot, except for in the back here, because there are trees here, and trees do block that. But it does allow you to keep an eye on the rune, as well as anyone, well, trying to walk through this to the mid lane, for example, or up this ramp. It doesn't really matter. We're discussing the shop today. Anyway, these are all items that are instantly purchasable. So they require no... they don't require multiple items. These are also all items that are instantly purchasable. As you can see, it is the bottom item of the thing, and you can't go any lower. You can build a whole lot of items from them, and these are all still small items. Nothing needed to build them. And yeah, here the same, all small items, nothing needed to build them, but they do build in several new items. Then the upgrades, that's where it becomes tricky. And because these are basically the more important items in the later game. So imagine I want Perseverance. As you can see, 125 mana regeneration, 5 health point regeneration and 10 extra damage. It's a pretty decent item for kind of the early game, early mid game, things like that. When you're trying to use your mana to good effect, but you don't really have the mana regen yet. I would click this, or rather I would, in the top part, I would type in Perseverance, because I know what it's called. So you get all of the, I typed in per, you get everything with per, and I would click Perseverance. So it then became, hang on, let me show you. Yeah, it actually does come up like this. So Perseverance is here. It does show me that I need 2 items to get that. I know, that's what I know. It doesn't say so. The Ring of Health is available in the side shop. The Void Stone is available in the secret shop. Both of them, however, are secret shop items, as you can see from the little red dot in or thingy in the left bottom left corner of the item. So you basically have to go to the secret shop to get this item. So yeah, this item would require you going to the secret shop, but not every item does. So yeah, this item, for example, needs a stout shield and 2 times the slippers of agility, and then builds into poor man's shield. But neither of, or none of these items are secret shop items. So you can buy them from the regular shop, or most likely from the side shop. I don't know exactly which items are available. As you can see, Stout Shield is available here, and the Slippers of Agility are also available here. So you would be able to go for the Poor Man's Shield just from the side shop. So knowing that, how does this recipe work? So the recipe works that if you purchase everything on the bottom layer, you automatically get the thing on the top layer. It does sound kind of, yeah, duh. But you don't have any upgrade cost. You don't have a recipe cost. So in League of Legends, if you buy the things on the bottom part, you still have to buy the upgrade. Here, you don't buy the upgrade. So basically, if you have in your inventory 2 Slippers of Agility, and then you buy the Stout Shield, you immediately get Poor Man's Shield. It immediately upgrades. Knowing that, that means that some items like this one only have 1 item. Okay, in case you were wondering, that was one of my cats thinking that it would be fun to destroy my entire room. What's she trying to do? Oh, she's scared now. Okay, get out of here. Anyway, other items such as I don't know where I was. I'll just continue. Let me search for one. Yeah, this one, Manta Style, has 3 items on the bottom here. It has Yasha, which also consists of other items, but that's beside the point. Once you have Yasha and the Ultimate Orb, it has all the items that it needs to become Manta Style. But it also needs the recipe, and here it says recipe Manta Style and a whole lot of stats, but the recipe itself does not give you any stats, so you always buy that last. There is no reason to buy the recipe before you have no, there's one reason, but before you have every other item on the list. So you would buy, for example, Yasha first, then you would buy the Ultimate Orb, and then eventually you will buy the recipe, and then you immediately get Manta Style. So this would be the upgrade cost, the recipe as it's called here. And because it works like this, they had to invent the recipe, but as I've already shown, the recipe is not necessary for all items. Some items have it, some items do not have it. And that means that sometimes you get a very easy upgrade by just buying 3 items. Sometimes you have to save up for a recipe while the recipe itself doesn't really do anything. By the way, the only reason to buy a recipe before you have all the other items is if you're about to die, because if you die, you lose a percentage of your gold. And if you buy the recipe from the shop, then you actually won't lose a percentage of that gold, because, well, obviously you can't lose gold that you don't have anymore because you just bought something. So one nice trick, if you shift click this, so shift click the top, the thing you want to make, so from either the shop or the, well, recipe here, I don't know how to call this, but the overview here, I guess. If you shift click that, it gets over here and it gets into your quick buy. I can't show that now because I'm not in a game, but it gives you all of the required items. So these 3 items, these are basic items. It gives you these 3 items, as well as this item, which is also a basic item, and the recipe. So it gets you a whole list of all items that you should get before you get to Manta style. And you can, or they get highlighted whenever you can afford them, and then you right click them to buy them. And they go to your stash, which is kind of your backpack, but it sits in base, so you don't get the stats yet. And then once you completed what you wanted to complete, you can send out your courier to get it for you and to actually bring it to you. Are there any more things that I should tell you? I guess that's about it. I mean, some recipes obviously are very easy. Cloak into Hood of Defiance. So the Hood of Defiance, yeah, as you can see, requires 4 items. Yeah, but this one builds only into this one, so you can kind of see how that works. So some recipes like this one are really complex. The Pipe of Insight requires 3 items for itself, but then this one requires 3 items, and the other one requires 4 items. So you have 7 items plus a recipe combined into Pipe of Insight. So that's a whole lot of things to buy, and just use the quick buy. It really helps you out. It also allows you to shop very quickly, because if you set up the once again, it's shift left click on what you want to buy. If you shift left click this guy, then it shows you all the items that you need to buy, and you don't have to go to the shop anymore. You can just close the shop. This window will still be open and it will show you whatever you want to buy. So it's really easy that way. And as I said, the shops are kind of divided. I will discuss more on well, the map tomorrow, but keep in mind that everything that has that red dot in the bottom left corner is available in the secret shop only, or in 3 cases, Ring of Health, Energy Booster, and I forgot the last one, Orb of Venom. Orb of Venom, Ring of... so number 1, 2 and 4 are available in the side shop. The rest is only available in the secret shop. So yeah, keep an eye out for those. And these are part of the strongest recipes out there. For example, Radiance, plus 60 damage, and as you can see, I'm starting off with 40 damage, so plus 60 damage is a pretty big deal. It also deals 45 damage around you in a 650 radius. I don't know exactly how big it is, but it is pretty useful. Yeah, it builds into this, for example, which has plus 100 damage, which, as you can imagine, is a major amount. And yeah, you get extra blah blah, you get extra stuns and such. And then we have this one, and this one is probably my favorite item. It's a complete troll item. It gives you plus 300 damage. 300 damage. Problem is, if you die, you lose it. You don't lose the item, but the item drops on the ground. Someone else can pick it up, which can be your teammate, but it can also be an enemy. So you would give away a 300 damage item to an enemy. Kinda sucks that way, but that's why it's a complete troll item. It is made, of course, to allow people that are carrying the game hard, that are not going to die anytime soon, to just have an insane amount of damage to finish the game. Because once you have a Divine Rapier, you're not going to, and you don't die, you're not going to stall the game any longer against that person. So as long as they don't die, they keep the plus 300 damage, and that is such an insane amount of damage that you can just, yeah, instantly just plow through the entire enemy base and win. So it allows you to kind of carry better. I mean, plus 300 damage, yeah, that should allow you to carry. But once again, this is a complete troll item, so I recommend you not to build that until you know the game pretty well, and that's probably not when you're watching the Noob Guide for Noobs. Yeah, you can try it out if you're doing really well and if you have 60 to 100 gold to lose, because you can actually lose it to an enemy. As I said, they can also destroy it because it drops on the ground. So they can also destroy it. You can destroy everything from runes to trees to any item that's dropped on the ground. Just A-click it, so hit the A, point at the item, just click on the item, and your character will auto-attack the item and it will disappear in one hit. Which sucks, but that's the way it is. Anyway, I hope that informed you enough on how the shops work. I know that I found the shops really hard to deal with in the beginning, because I didn't understand how these recipes worked, how to read this, and I didn't know that these items were only available in the secret shop. So it kind of, yeah, took me by surprise how complex the shopping system is. There's a reason for it, which I will not go into because it's, yeah, well, it doesn't matter for now. But yeah, as you can see, the items are divided all over the map. All of the regen items, for example, are only available here. And by regen items, I mean the consumables. Let me try to do it like this. Yeah. So all of these items, so the Clarity Tango, Healing Salve, Smoke of Deceit, not the Scroll of Town Portal, that's not a regen item, but, well, neither is Smoke of Deceit, I guess. But all of these items, and then Dust of Appearance, Couriers, Wards, and the Bottle, they're only available at this shop. So you have to deliver them to you by courier, or you have to run all the way back, get them all the way back. But yeah, that's why you need a courier, because these sustain items are really hard to come by otherwise. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something, and I will see you next time.